Yeah, Mr. Farhan, what do you think are the reasons of unemployment in country?
I believe that unemployment does not exist. I usually ask people that what is the percentage of unemployment in our country? And people usually come up with different percentages. Few people say 30%, few of them say 10%. But I believe even if you consider 1%, so 1% unemployment, I don't agree with that. There is no reason for unemployment. The reason is just in your brain. Because unemployment is totally a vague concept, a concept that just not exist. Okay, for example, students who have completed their masters or even MPhil, they are sitting idle at home, and if we ask them why are you not doing something, so they say we have applied in different organization and we are waiting for the job or maybe for the interview call. So if no organization is giving them a call for interview, so they can start their own business. We never get that idea. We have so many opportunities. We can start our own business even with zero capital or with very less amount of the capital. And opportunities that nowadays we have were not here like 10 to 20 years before. For example, e-commerce is there. You can start and buying, selling it, like you can start the buying and selling of the goods using your e-commerce, using Daraz. You can become the seller at Daraz.
Yeah.
AliExpress is a perfect example for that. Even Careem, if you're not getting a job, simply become the captain of Careem. You can start a business on Facebook. What you need is just a website. So you can easily start a business. So why are you looking for the jobs? So there is no unemployment. Unemployment means when your brain is stick to finding a job only. So if you're not getting a job, so I believe it is your responsibility to create job for others.
Yeah, my next question, why people are afraid of the failure?
Well, people are really afraid because they think that they will lose. And there is no space for the failures in our society. And even if we talk about the schools and colleges, so we usually teach them that you have to win, you have to get the position. And out of 100 students, only 3 students are going to get the position. But what about the rest of 97 students? They also have their life, they also have to do something in their life. But we teach them that if they are not studying, so it means they are wasting their life. So from the school life, they start believing that if they are not getting good marks in their school, so it means they are of no use. And let me tell you something, if you want to get the success in your life, you don't need to be the most smartest person. You don't need to be the most wisest person. You don't need to be the fastest. Getting my point?
Yeah.
For example, lion is considered as the king. Lion is considered as the king of the jungle. Although lion is also not the fastest animal. Lion is also not the wisest animal, not the tallest one, not the biggest one. So if lion does not have all these qualities, but why still we consider lion as the king of the jungle? The reason is lion has one quality that is much better than all others, and that is lion has the courage. You also have to have the courage to do something new, courage to prove yourself right. You need the courage. You should not be afraid of the failure. Even if you lose, you have tried something new. So don't be afraid of the failure.
Okay.
And every successful person was once a failure.
Yeah, I agree with your golden words. Okay, so our next question, what starter opportunity we have?
Again, come again.
What starter opportunities we have?
We have already talked about that actually. Just as we were saying that if you are jobless, so there are 3 things. There are 3 questions that you have to ask to your own self. Number 1 question is what are the qualities that you have? Start thinking about your qualities. Okay. For example, are you do you really have a good voice? So it means you are going to become a singer. Do you have good convincing power? Do you have good decision making power? So the first thing that you should think about is what are the qualities that you have in yourself. And if you cannot figure that out, then move on to the second question. Next question is, what are the qualities that people believe you have? For example, if someone is facing a problem in Facebook and they come to you every time, so it means you're good at social media. Start working for them. And third and the last question is, you have to ask to yourself, that would be, what is that thing stopping you to do whatever you want to do? What are you afraid of? You have to face your fear. And once you start facing it, there is not a single thing that can stop you from your success. And people also say that you should make your passion as your profession. But I believe if you are going to make your passion as your profession, you are not going to make money. Because when something is your passion, so you would be doing it, either you are getting money or not. So don't make your passion as your profession. Start focusing what are the qualities that you have, in which quality you are really good at. Start thinking about that. So focus on these 3 questions.
Yeah, really, I'm impressed with your golden words. So our next question, what are the key of success?
The key of the success would be believing your own self. Okay? Believing on your idea.
Yeah, it's a big question. How we believe on ourselves.
Okay, even before this interview, I was just talking with you that there are 3 types of the people. Okay, we always consider, there are 100 people. If there are 100 people in the world, 33% of them, are better than you. 33% are at your level. 33% are people who have less knowledge than you. Your target, whenever you're going to do something new, if you have really good idea, let's suppose, if you want to do something in your life, so don't consider those 33% who are better than you, because then you cannot do anything. Your focus should be on the people who are less than you. You have to do something for them maybe. For example, if Steve Jobs would have thought that why should I come up with this idea of this touch cell phone, because there are other companies who are really making money, who are really doing such great job. So who am I to launch a touch cell phone maybe? If he would have been confused, if he would not have believed on his own self, on his product, so iPhone would not be here in your hands and even in mine. So your belief is really important. People are always gonna put you down, they're gonna let you down that you cannot do it.
Okay.
Remember, so sorry to interrupt you, remember, there is a very good quotation and I always quote that either you think you can or you think you cannot. You're right. So you have to start believing that your idea that you have in your brain, because not everyone is going to appreciate you. Not everyone is going to support you. Okay? It's your idea. You have to work on it. You have to prove that right. And that's how you're going to get the success.
Yeah, my next question, when you take a step in your business or a job, like in a professional life, where you make revenue or make earning, you starting earning, most of the people demotivate you, lack belief. So what do you want to say about that?
It's everywhere. That's the thing that you should learn, how you have to tackle these situations. Because whatever you'll do, if people are not understanding your point, they're gonna let you down. And you have to face it. You have to consider your own motive, your own target. Why most of our nation, like in Pakistan, what is the thing that we all lack in? We don't have any mission. We don't set our targets. Once we have our targets in front of us, once we have set our visions, we have set our missions in our life, there could not be anything that can stop you. But if you do not have a mission and you start something without considering why you really want to do it, you start doing it, and someone is going to tell you that you cannot do it, trust me, you'll stop doing it and you'll start looking for other ways. But if that thing that you really want to do in your life is your mission, is what you really want to do in your life, then you can do it, and you would do it. And every word, every embarrassing word, insulting word, what other people are going to use would be useless for you. this is an art, it's a trick that you have to learn. Once you learn it, you'll start paying more attention to your goals.
Thank you so much for your conversation. You motivate us. So, what do you want to say or suggestion for the youth of upcoming nation? Or
I would say it again. Then that just first of all you have to discover. You have to talk with your own self. What you really want to do in your life. What is your idea? What is the thing that keeps you happy? What is the thing that keep you, involved in something? Start doing it. Don't waste your time. People say that time is money, and I believe that if you are considering time as money, then you are considering time as the cheapest thing. Because money comes and goes, but time, once it has gone, it's never gonna come back. Yeah. So you have to consider time as the most precious thing of your life. Don't waste it and start doing something. Don't waste for the job. Don't waste it for looking for the jobs. And start just doing the businesses or anything. If you are, I know that initially you're not going to make enough money to run the whole family, but at least start managing your own expenses. That's how it's gonna work.
Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.